Damn. There go Bigfoot. What about Bigfoot?
What about it?
Bigfoot.
What about it?
Bigfoot. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy. There goes Bigfoot in the alley. What you got that you need? Conspiracy theories about Bigfoot.
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 What about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Conspiracy theory. Welcome to another episode of What About Bigfoot, the only show that I've personally gotten snow cones from a Yeti. I'm your host, dude. Riding shotgun always is
Jay.
And we're talking about conspiracy theories. We talk about monsters. We talk about ghosts,
Assassinations,
strange coincidences, and we're gonna do something different, guys. We've never done this before.
Yeah.
We're gonna do witches. We're gonna do a witch.
A witch.
A particular witch.
Haunting a ghost of some sort.
Oh wow!
Some even say. You know?
Brought by a YouTube commenter who commented below. See, we told you we were gonna do it, guys.
Cassie Original.
Shout out to Cassie Original.
Just found us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Even decided to go to our YouTube and leave a
And
comment.
leave a comment. We're gonna
shout out.
see what happens when you guys participate.
Kind of shit we need, yeah.
So what are we talking about today, man?
This one's super famous. Remember that? It's super famous in that area of Baltimore, in Leonardtown. It's a witch called the Moll Dyer.
Moll Dyer.
The story takes place in the late 1690s, 1697 to be exact, in this town of Leonard's. What did I say?
Leonardtown.
Leonardstown.
Sorry.
Leonardtown, Maryland. Yeah, and so from it was late in like the whole immigration. So all people were settlers were coming in. The English, it said the Moll Dyer was from Ireland. She came in with the immigration. She was a very, very big woman, very tall. Said to be too ugly to even look at. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say that's like a witch thing, you know what I mean? But like, but like Hollywood, you know what I mean? All the witches would go ugly and stuff. So maybe that was kind of this story got passed up. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like what makes people scared of witches.
Yeah.
Sort of. And it was also during the time of like the Salem witch trials. So like this whole area, like on the northeast coast, was just it was all tons of stories of witches, and with like Salem being the most famous, of all of them. This one was one from the fan, Cassie Original, who actually went to this site. Actually, can believe they feel a presence. You know what I mean? A lot of people who do go there say they can. So it takes place in like winter. It was in like February, I think it was, one of the coldest winters. It was like a severe storm. You know what I mean?
That always start the horror shows.
Yeah.
The coldest fucking thing.
Yeah. So, but I guess before I get to that part, this lady, giant woman, pretty ugly, was into herbs, and so she would go like scavenging for herbs in the forest, and she would make all this other stuff in this little cabin, which I read was more like a hut to like today's standards.
Witch's hut.
Yeah, so it was more of a hut than a cabin, but this little shed like thing, whatever, which is where she lived. But before that, she actually lived inside the city of Leonardstown. But then her neighbors, like cattle, all mysteriously died. So everybody blamed the weird lady from Ireland, the weird giant lady from Ireland. You know what I mean? Collects herbs. Yeah.
Ain't that always the way it goes?
Yeah. So then after that happened, it was kind of like the rumors got started that she was a witch and she was like doing like devilish acts or whatever, or if that kind of stuff ever happens, like somebody's whole livestock died, it's like a act of God or act of like the devil.
Oh, the devil!
Yeah, so it's like this weird. It's kind of creepy, man. You know what I mean? So then after that happened, she got banished onto the outskirts of Leonardstown, in Maryland, where she lived by like a creek. She lived by like a creek of water, on outskirts of the whole town, so she wasn't around like bugging anyone or wasn't tripping too much. But one day, the townspeople had tried to get the local like authorities involved. You know what I mean? But the authorities didn't have the authority to like just take a witch out. Yeah. Just because she was a witch and accused. You know what I mean? Yeah. So one night, which is like one of the coldest nights ever recorded in that part of Maryland at the time. It was like a severe snowstorm, thunder, lightning, all the whole shebang. You know, all the scary shit.
All the scary shit.
All the scary shit. You know,
the devil's alive, man.
And then in like in 1697, you know, like people didn't have like the proper.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't no
fire.
fucking North Face jackets. You know what I mean?
Fire and a raggedy ass blanket.
Yeah, so, you know, and then when the townsfolk people went with their old pitchforks and their flaming torches to go eradicate this woman, you know, they threw the torches onto her hut to burn it down with her in it, but she had escaped somehow into the woods. So it's very dense, dark woods, middle of the night, snowstorm, and so she actually like disappeared.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found for 3 days.
Oh shit.
3 days later, a boy, man, like a teenager, I don't know, he was looking for his dog out in the woods. He wanted to look for his dog, and he actually found the body of Moll Dyer. But the crazy thing was that she was like somehow stuck to a rock.
Oh shit.
She placed her hand, I don't know if it was to rest or if it was for some other thing. She placed her hand on this giant boulder with one fist in the air, as if she was like
cursing God.
as if she was like damning God or cursing the town, which is what they think.
Oh.
Because her hand was like stuck there, and apparently like it took like some time to get her off. But after they pried her hand off, there was a handprint on the rock.
She burned her.
And it lasted like 200 years.
Oh shit.
Actually, like a photo of it that was like taken in like 1930. But the boulder actually got moved to like the side of the courthouse of that town.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but like apparently it had been tried to. It wasn't moved until like the 70s, but they had tried to do it 3 previous times with the crane actually breaking and snapping and a bunch of other stuff. So like the National Guard had come in the 70s, and it took like 8 guys and like 3 machines to move an 800-pound boulder. So I mean it's heavy, but it's like a forklift can lift it. I mean, but there was some kind of like weird spiritual shit going on, you know what I mean? And since all these people like chased her out of her home and basically like killed her, you know what I mean? So she like placed her curse on the rock in the town of Leonardtown, you know, and it said that like you can even like see or hear her like searching for the man who ran her out that day.
Oh shit, that's scary.
So that's
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's a good one to look into. Shout out Cassie.
Yeah, shout out Cassie. That's terrifying. And I just never understood. If you have a witch, isn't this saying keep your enemy cloaks? Keep your friends close, keep your enemies close. Why would you purposely make her man like you didn't get out there?
Well, like it's also said that like their crops weren't growing, and then like the severe like storms kept happening, which wasn't allowing the storms to. I mean the crops to grow as well. You know what I mean? So it was like all this like little shit, and then the fucking livestock dying was like the final straw. They're like, all right, you need to get the fuck out of here.
So they believe she cursed the town.
Yeah, after she died, she placed her hand on the rock and made her curse, and they found her frozen like that. You know?
What do you think the curse was? Like,
I don't know. It was like fuck these people.
Yeah, has there been like strange like deaths or anything?
No, I mean, I didn't really see anything like It was said that you can just like see her.
Like she's just like
still roaming the land, like the creek by her house.
Like don't go there.
Yeah, but I mean, but she hasn't really like killed anyone or anything. It's not.
Come on, Miss Witch.
Yeah, come on, Moll Dyer.
You know, you're gonna curse them. Let's get some cursing going. Let's get some plague shit.
I mean, this one's really scary. It was like super interesting to like look into. All the research I did, it was all like the same facts pretty much. So it was all
crazy.
It's all like well documented stuff. Yeah, so it's like a sandstone rock.
Yeah,
I heard. So apparently that kind of erodes a little bit. You know, so over time it kind of vanished.
Yeah, but still like the handprint in there. Like,
yeah, no, it's like she was like stuck to the rock, like some even saying like embedded into it. Like she was like she like molded her hand.
This is stupid. Why would you move the rock? What?
Yeah.
People of this town.
And they moved it to like the side of the courthouse, so they can.
And I'm assuming the courthouse is in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
It's a small. I'm assuming you're a small town. If you're not, I apologize, but.
Yeah, it's actually like a very small town.
Yeah. Like I'm. What? Why would you do that? That irritates me. That's how curses happen, right?
You need to leave Kirk shit be.
Yeah, leave Kirk shit be. Don't pick it up. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, don't be moving stuff, breaking cranes. You know what I mean?
Bothering the National Guard. Why are you bothering the National Guard for?
Putting people in. Yeah, got the National Guard to move a rock for you, man. Why don't you just build the courthaus next to the rock? How about that?
I want to hear that conversation. Like, yeah, I got this rock. Send in the boys.
I mean, 20 of your best men.
Yeah, 20 of your best men and a couple of helicopters.
This is in the 70s, so there's like Vietnam or whatever. Was it Nam or was it Korea?
No.
Korea, right? In the 70s, and Nam was, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever war we were in the 70s, man. That was weird. You know, those 20 guys could have been used in, war.
I'm pretty sure those guys were happy they didn't go.
They'd be like, hey, gotta move a cursed ass rock.
Like, I would love to go overseas and get blown up, but you know what? Gotta move this rock.
We gotta move this witch rock.
Yeah, witch rock. Man, I was just scared.
Yeah, so it was super famous.
Yeah.
I guess they actually like buried her body like deeper than normal.
Oh shit.
So she can stay in the frozen grounds forever.
Did they mark her grave?
No, I don't think so. I didn't find anything about that.
Damn, that was good.
So apparently her grave is
yeah, I'm on her side. I'm on the witch's side.
It's like by a creek too. It's not by her creek, but there's like streets named after her in the town now, and there's like a.
She's kind of more like a mascot than a scary
yeah. I guess I mean.
Well, whatever put your town on the map.
Some people, you know, Roswell has aliens.
Yeah,
you know, Leonardtown has Moll Dyer.
Yeah, it sounds cool. Moll Dyer.
Yeah, it sounds like a witch name.
I'm the Moll Dyer witch.
Yeah, she was a giant, apparently.
Moll Dyer.
I mean, some reports that she was like incredibly ugly. Some reports that she was just like a beautiful old woman. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the stories get mixed up. You know?
Silver fox witch.
She could have been a bad little cougar, you know? But she could have been a giant fucking hag old bitch, you know? She could have been a giant old hag too, you know?
Who knows? One of the other. I wouldn't mind a little silver fox witch. Hey, sweetie.
Yeah, just collecting herbs.
Collecting these herbs.
Or killing your livestock.
Yeah, one of the two.
You know?
Hey, that comes with the price of being a silver fox.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was just like the superstition back then, you know, like 1600. These people all came from England. She came from Ireland. Maybe it was like a cultural thing.
Racism.
Yeah, there was like a little bit of, you know. Yeah. They're like, oh, the fucking Irish lady acting up again.
Irish guy.
Yeah.
I left there to get away from you.
Yeah. I crossed this whole fucking ocean to get away from you, fucking Irish.
And you didn't talk the whole time, so I didn't fucking question you.
So now you come around here. Yeah. Now we got snowstorms and just happened to be winter, you know.
And herbs.
It just happened to be winter, and they're like, fucking, where's all the snow coming from? You know what I mean? It's winter, you know.
Where's this thunderstorm snow? I've never even seen that.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, the snow and like heavy rain. It was supposed to be the craziest night of all time for storms. So she ran out, froze to death, obviously, without no cover or
protection.
Protection. Yeah.
And her hut's been burned down. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, so that was it. Last thing, cursed the town. So Maryland has some sketchy shit over there. Apparently, a lot of witches, a lot of other crazy stuff we can look into.
Yeah, Maryland, you're gonna be a point of view, and probably, maybe, we'll come visit that town.
Hey, Maryland.
I like Maryland.
I've been to Baltimore one time. Twice actually. It was awesome.
Reuben?
Got some mushrooms from a guy in Baltimore.
Hey, was it a witch mushroom?
no, but it's actually mushrooms in capsule form, so it was kind of sketchy, but trip balls.
Trip balls.
Yeah, it was good.
It was whatever. He said mushrooms, I said okay.
yeah, that was good.
So we gotta ask the important question, Fred. What about Bigfoot?
I'm asking you what about Bigfoot, man. I don't know right now, man. Witches?
I don't know if he fucks with the witchcraft. I think he fucks with natural. I think he would have liked her. She sounds more of a natural witch.
Yeah.
And it happened to be a winter time, and shit that died, and then they got to blame somebody, so blame the natural witch. So I think Bigfoot like, yo, I'll come get you, and he was just a day late and $1 short, and she died.
And for what it's worth, it was also said that she preferred the company of the local Native Americans over the English settlers.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously they have their own rituals,
into nature,
shamans, witch doctors, whatever, you know what I mean, out there.
Yeah, the medicine man.
Yeah. So like all the foraging she probably wanted to learn was good to take and not take. You know.
Yeah. She just sounds like a natural. If she was a witch, she sounds like a natural witch.
Yeah.
Witch.
She's probably a good witch.
Yeah.
Maybe she was saying a spell, said one word wrong, all the livestock died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it was also a severe winter of all time, so
yeah.
There's nothing you can do there.
That place is known for drastic winters.
So I think Bigfoot would have fucked with her if he was just a dage.
Maybe they were good friends, you know what I mean?
But
maybe he had to split. He had to split the Pacific Northwest. He's like, hey, I gotta go, Moll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to come with me? He's like, Dad, I'm gonna stay here.
I know, man. Got all the shit I need right here, you know.
I'm like, all right. And he's like, last chance. Bitch.
Yeah, hey, last chance, woman.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like a bitch.
Yeah.
If he's got no respect for humans. He might be cool, but he has no respect for humans.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bigfoot could play a part in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think he tried to help her, and he was like, you know, I can't help you. You don't want to be helped, you know.
I think we're on the side with this witch. This is not a scary witch to us. I feel like she's a natural witch, and some natural witches are good.
What about the curse rug?
The curse rug was fuck you. She need to curse those fuckers.
Yeah, I mean,
push somebody too far.
That's justifiable. You know, if you're gonna fucking push me into the cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna curse you.
I'm cursing everybody.
And I'm fucking doing a cool curse. I just like pop up, hey.
Yeah.
I'm a surprise. Hey, by the creek.
You're cursed.
By the creek, hey, come out of the water.
You just curse.
You're it. Get it? But yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking right here. I'm thinking he's just a day late and $1 short, and she paid the ultimate price for it.
Oh, man. Day late and $1 short.
Yeah.
Best way, worst way to be. Best way to be, worst way to be, you know?
Yeah, but Leonardtown, Leonardsville, what is it? Leonardtown, sorry. I'm bad with, saying remembering things.
I've never heard of this town before. This supposed to be us. I mean,
little
don't blame us, you know?
Yeah, a little hole in the wall.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, with a curse. That's why I was a curse. No one's gonna know this fucking place.
Yeah.
I think we just broke the curse.
You're gonna have 13 population at all times.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I think it would be fun to go over there and look at the rock. Don't touch it. I wouldn't touch it.
People do touch it.
Yeah.
People would put their hand.
Because people like to touch things.
People are,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't even take a picture of it because I would just be like, she'd be in the background.
Yeah, maybe no.
She'd be like,
see her in the forest.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is an interesting one. Shout out to our YouTube follower,
Cassie Ridgel.
Remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
You don't remember all of them. But you remember you.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any other fans, you know what I mean, have anything in your neck of the woods, we got another one. We had the Ozark Howler, like a month ago.
Yeah.
I know we got this one, Moll Dyer. Anything, wherever the hell you live.
Right, first
New
one,
York,
Skinwalker suggestion.
Yeah, see.
So we take your suggestion because we're not dicks. We can only do so goddamn much, right?
Yeah. So help us out, you know.
Yeah. And you know what else you can help us out with? Subscribing to this page. Subscribe right here.
Right there.
Right there. Hit the bell. Midnight, you see my pretty little face.
Bing.
You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this porn. I'm gonna watch this.
You're gonna hear a cool little song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're watching in the middle of watching porn. You're like, oh shit.
Hey, oh shit. What about Bigfoot?
Ooh.
Oh damn.
Ooh. Who the who? Who's up there, body yaddy yaddy?
I mean, this is a great episode.
Yeah.
This one's super interesting. It's one I had never heard of, so it was interesting for us to even look into. You know, a lot of the ones we do like leprechauns and Bigfoots.
Yeah.
We all kind of know that one a little bit. You know what I mean?
But I like these out of the park ones.
Yeah, me too. I love this shit.
Yeah. But if you like us on Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you get us. Leave a comment on iTunes. We love your comments, guys. A couple 5 stars. Couple
assholes. You know?
Yeah, but it comes with the package. Leave us a 5-star, get us boosted up there, guys.
We got more 5 stars than you know what I'm saying? So.
You boost us up, we get up there, then we start making money, and
we'll
literally start sending you money.
Leave a comment, leave a rating,
Yeah.
Send you 12 cents.
12 cents for every $10.
Yeah.
That's a good profit.
Yeah, you know, we gotta make money too.
And we're gonna do a special shout out to the podcast Big Beefin'. If you guys love us, you're gonna love them. They had us on for their special guest Fridays. It was my episode, then Jay's episode. Then they're gonna have me and him on at the same time.
Fair enough.
Just give it a listen, guys. These guys put out great content, a lot of content, so you're not gonna be bored. While you wait for us during the week, you can listen to them. Shout out, these guys are hilarious. You can find them on Anchor.
3 of them, they're super funny.
Stitcher, wherever you can find podcasts, you can find Big Beefin', and their Twitter, Beat Beefin'.
Beefin' on Twitter.
Give them a follow, guys.
Yeah.
And until next time, always ask yourself, what about Bigfoot?